so I've got all the stuff I need for doing the cross bracing, the wiring, and now this is going to be the first one I do. Hope it goes well and swiftly. More to go. Got the first corner done. So I did the one down there, which was an inline. This one is a corner, so 2 sets of cable on it. And I'm about to get shellacked with storms. We'll keep going till it hits us. Last one done right there. So that's all of them. Took me a little more than yesterday to do it, so this is the next morning. And just had some weather yesterday that precluded me finishing up, like lightning storms and stuff. It was not the kind of thing you want to play with, so I didn't play with it. But this is good. Glad to have this done. Now I just got to start laying out the woven field fence. I'm picking up the steers tomorrow. So not fully ready, but I got to just keep moving forward, so I'll get there. So I've been at this much of the day. This one piece of fencing, 432 feet long, so about the size of once around the track at high school. And I mean, it's going all right. It just takes a lot longer than I remembered it taking. So this part's a little bit tedious. It's stretching or pulling the fence, coming down, wiggling everything, getting it stood up, getting everything going in the right direction, go down, tighten it some more. So I think I've reached the point where it's about as tight as I'm going to get it without hurting anything. So now I need to tie it off on the end at the other main post, and then start putting in staples and clips for the T-posts to get it in place. It's a lot of fence, man. This isn't even a long length. One almost twice this long. Here's what it looks like down at this end, by the way. Just used my come along on a tree, changed to my homemade fence stretching jig, and then which started here when I started pulling. So I pulled about, I don't know, 3.5 feet out of the fence. I don't know if that's good or not. So now I got to tie it off. So here it is mid-process, right? So you start in the middle, and then you sort of skip, and you skip, and you leave them, and you do all the ones in the middle, and then eventually you'll do the one on the bottom and the one on top, which are much thicker, which is a hoot because they're so much harder to work with. But those are the last ones you take off, because in theory they're holding a lot of tension if you didn't get this part correct. I don't have my tripod, but I thought I'd just capture a quick thing. I put the other fence project on hold, and I'm setting up a temporary corral with the corral panels. This is where the cows will come, the steers will come when I get them tomorrow. And we'll put them in this. I still got some more panels to install here, just to give an area, and then there's a gate. I don't know what I'm doing. So I know how to put them together, just, you know, Lincoln logs, but hopefully I get them in a spot that's going to work. The panels go together pretty easily, actually, and I made that sound a little harder than it really is. You know, you got one off one end, and two off the other. And then on the one with two, there's these pins. So it comes up, that goes in between them, and the pin slides down. Don't know if I'm coordinated to do this with one hand. Set up, push it together. Hey, one-handed. I got this. And you do two of them. You can do it. There it goes. All right. And then that's going to hold it together. And you can fold them and move them and everything else. So I got 3 more panels to put in, plus the gate. And I'll put the gate over here so that when I pull in, I'll drive right through there and do a turnabout here, back into place, open the back to the gate, and hopefully they'll just be able to come right out and go in. I don't know, we'll see how that works. Well, there it is. It's rough. To me, is it giving off like Boot Hill vibes from the movie Tombstone? All right, I need to get the waterer, get that put in place, and that'll be good for now. No rain in the forecast. Up till about 2 hours ago, still no rain in the forecast. So I had to stop what I was working on, but I got the water tank in position. You can sort of kind of see it right through there. Nice of God to fill it up for me, huh? The other thing I did out there was I put a float valve on the tank so that I can, as the cows drink, as the steers drink, it'll just keep refilling itself. And I have 2 of them, so I'll be able to pre-position and just leapfrog when I set up different pens. It's going to be a little while before I can do that. They're not going to like where they are. I mean, they'll like it for a day, 2 days they'll tolerate it, 3 days they're going to get upset. But judging how long it took me just to do that stretch back there for putting up the woven field fence, this is not going to go quick, and they are not going to be happy. But eventually I'll open up the gate, let them out, and they'll have a whole area filled with grass that they can explore. And that'll be good. And then I'll just get a rhythm as I rotate them through the property. You know, honestly, I'm glad it's raining. It takes the pressure off. I mean, I could be out there working it, I guess like a real farmer would be. But, all right, I'm gonna E&E my way into the house, go in between the raindrops, and get some water. Last thing, the fuse assembly that I ordered for the mule, I got a note yesterday that it's being shipped, priority mail, so I'm hoping that means tomorrow. I mean, I'll probably be able to do it tomorrow night because I'm going up in the morning to pick up the steers. But tomorrow, the next day, so it'll be good to have the mule back in operation. All right, now I'm gonna go inside. Okay, that's the setup for receiving them tomorrow. I just measured, and the little corral door here is wide enough for me to back the livestock trailer up and open the door inwards from the livestock trailer. So that'll be perfect. So there's no room for them to jump out and run around. This is the tank I put in. Wow. Well, that tells you how much rain we just had in about an hour. Is that an inch? Nice. And this is the float valve that I put on. And so I'll get a hose on here tomorrow morning, actually probably tonight. And this will be filled up and ready for them when they get here. Are you awake yet? No. Early morning. Early morning this morning. I don't even know if I can be seen. Got about a 3-hour drive ahead of us, 2.5, 3 hours. To go pick up our steers today. So I want to get an early start so that we're back and got them unloaded before we really get into the heat of the day. Be back before we need to collect eggs this afternoon. Step one, weigh it empty. We've arrived. I did not video the offloading because, well, I was offloading cows. They seem okay with it though. So one thing I screwed up this morning, we left dark 30 and I left the nest boxes closed in the coop. I opened the coop up, but I left the nest box closed. And I didn't realize it until I came in there after we got home to, you know, to collect eggs and all that. And the birds were all standing around looking at me like, dude, you suck. So there may be, we only got about a dozen eggs today, so there may be more eggs out there. I'm gonna have to find them. So I just made a power run to Tractor Supply and got a bunch of stuff. So now I have to feed these guys their evening meal for my first time. Don't know what I'm doing, so it's gonna be awesome. So those cans over there are chicken feed. These cans over here are cow feed. Boom. And it looks so much the same. Well, there they are now. I'll move back off. You guys check it out, see what you think. Oh, this guy's digging on it. You're going for the leaves in the tree. Should I bring some hay out? Okay, I added the vegetarian option. That is being received with what appears to be tremendous satisfaction. Well, that makes me happy. You guys are over there at the other side of the buffet. Long day, but we have steers, and it kind of makes the place feel more like a farm now that we have those guys here. So it's pretty good. And they're eating, and they seem really well tempered, which is what we were kind of hoping for with the South Pole. Oh, so these guys are a cross between South Pole and Wagyu. And so I'll talk a little bit more about what they are in the future, but that's what they are. They got a beautiful brownish reddish coat, and as I say, really well tempered so far. They traveled super well, even with the drama of blowing out a tire and being on the side of the interstate and all that. So no, we're really happy. So tomorrow I'm going to set up a larger paddock area for them. It's just temporary using poly tape, and we'll talk about that. And hopefully that goes smoothly, and I've got all the supplies that I need to make that happen, since I've never done it before. But I'm excited. We're all excited. So yeah, I think that's going to do it from here. We'll talk to you guys later.